My wife calls. It's like, since when did you become the fat guy on that show? it's the same exact
always
thing.
Been.
You've always been.
Oh, was that Ginger?
She didn't know.
Wow.
Joining me now, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, who's the host of Huckabee, right here on the Fox News Channel. He's also a former Republican presidential candidate.
You'd be right to be skeptical. Thousands of additional skateboarders. Yeah, good. I'm good.
This was a close race, but only for a short while. Once the votes and ballots started rolling in from, one of the larger counties, or some of the larger counties.
Coming up, new reports cite White House officials calling Israeli Prime Minister all kinds of crazy words. And we'll have more on that later. We'll look at strained U.S.-Israel relations coming up next.
And for more now on what we can expect from this winter blast, let's bring in Weather Channel meteorologist Mike Seidel. He's in Sugar Mountain, North Carolina. Hi, Mike.
Why?
Well, obviously, Mike, not quite ready for us, but let's turn to some other news we're following on this Saturday night.
That is going to be a headache this morning, though, Ann.
That sounds awful. I do not feel for the people stuck in that. All right, thanks, Hank. Or I do feel for them. I do feel for them.
Yeah.
I do not want to be them.
Eat it, people.
Oh, my. All right, time now for your morning tech news. If you like, I'm gonna lose it, Hank. You have to stop dancing back there. I'm gonna lose it. All right, if you'd like a holiday kiss, you might want to invest in a drone. Okay, here's the story. I'm sorry. Good evening and welcome to BBC News. I'm Martine Croxall. It's 9 o'clock. I'm just going to move back to the main set. I know this has happened before, but here we are. If I sidle in, you can pretend that you haven't noticed. Here we are.
The school's CEO, Barbara Byrd Bennett, also released a written statement today. She spoke of hoping for a very smooth and safe transition, and she plans to work on that throughout the summer.
Be warned, police are on the lookout, and if you get a fine, it's unlikely you'll do that.
AT&T store here in Houston were robbed at gunpoint because people knew that they were there with their cell phones, and there were a few people there. So I want people to be aware that if you decide that you're going to come out and wait in line, you got to take that into consideration.
Hello, and I rushed over here from MetLife doing the Game with John, the Jets-Bucks game, because you guys announced this morning that what other artists are going to be joining Bruno Mars during the halftime show. So I'm excited to hear about that. Hopefully I can meet them. And straight next time, can you tell me to wear a little sunscreen? This is from Jets Bucks. Are you joking?
Un darba zonās un vietās metāliskās skavas.
Покажи. Обязательно? Вот, покажи. Имя и фамилию скажи.
An den tiefer gelegenen Gebieten es etwas rübergeschwappt ist. Im Moment hofft man hier in Norddeich, dass der Wind so lasch bleibt, wie er im Moment ist, und vor allen Dingen, dass er weiterhin aus südwestlichen Richtungen weht. Denn dann kann der Ebbstrom, der jetzt inzwischen eingesetzt hat, ungehindert in die Nordsee abfließen.
Clemson Tigers opening week when we were here. You didn't believe they beat Georgia. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
I'm believing in number 5 too, the 5th-year senior Taj Boyd. I think with this crowd, one of the best atmospheres in college football, and the defensive line, defensive tackles and defensive ends that Clemson has, they get enough pressure on Jameis Winston. Maybe he makes a mistake, and I think Clemson wins the ball game.
What is going on behind you, Colin?
I don't know. Hold on. Hey, bucket. One bucket. No, bucket him.
That's a sloppy body. All right. That's a sloppy body.
KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Deng Ao.
Up.
Man-made extinctions have even happened before. I guess we hunted the dildo into extinction. But biting the tyre, puncturing it. The cop changed the tyre, but when he returned, the bull mastiff cross again attacked his tyre, again puncturing it. Another sergeant came to the officer's aid, but he too had his tyre attacked and punctured. So an animal control officer was called in, but yes, he too had his tyre attacked and punctured.
Een overzicht uit de kranten dan.
This is Prime News. First at 5:30.
Kia ora, good evening.
Very hairy tummy.
She's like, who are you and where is he?
Thanks, James. They received a report of a suspicious man trying to get a child into his car in the 500 block of Jefferson Avenue. The person who called police, there I am.
This is KBAK Eyewitness News Mornings.
Well,
عودة للشأن المغربي حيث نظم أمس مرصد حماية
Good evening, I'm Oprah.
Anything coming up on OWN we should know about?
It's a great season for OWN. Tonight's the big finale for the have and have-nots. Transfer.
Oh, Larry hung up on Oprah.
That's not a valid extension.
You know what? I had had enough of her.
Here with us this morning. Excuse me.
It'd be nice to be out there right now.
Oh, well, the studio had a little bit of a ruckus. We'll have to see what that's about.